This is life. Where are you
Mm.
up to? What are you doing? What are you working on?
Well, I have a brilliant VA, so I don't think I need any help per se, but I jumped on because I hired a new VA who is phenomenal and has worked for companies like ClickFunnels and has never done anything in Go High Level before. And I said, but I used her experience.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've got a new program, my group program launching tomorrow, and she has built my website out with code. And I wanted to jump on, because I know it's something that we have been talking about and playing around with, both of us. And I thought it'd be really good to come on and have a look at it all and show people that it is possible. I know that I can show you my website I built out, and the issues that I had with it. And then we had the same issues with this one. And I went back to her and I said, can you sort of fix this and this up? So that's what I thought I'd jump on and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Please. I'd love you to share.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. And it's so exciting. So I'll show you, I think the first, um, where are we? I think the one I'll show you first is the one I created. Uh, the one I created, so that we'll share that one first because that's the sucky one, and the one that you and I could never work out how to fix the issues with.
Yeah. Or the one
Yeah.
that just couldn't put it into WYSIWYG into.
Yeah. So this is the one that Claude Code. So this is Claude Code created this one, and I put the code in through custom CSS is where I put it. Um, and
And you just pasted it in as one
yeah,
big. Yeah.
yeah. So I went up here to the
So
elements, and then down the bottom here,
you just
it
put the
has
custom.
custom code.
Yeah.
And so that's where I copied and pasted that into there. Now,
But
the
just so you
header,
know, you've just put another block in down the bottom by pressing on.
I'm going to delete this, so it's fine.
Okay, I was going to say delete the green and it'll delete the whole lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So the header and footer is the global elements. I
Yep.
just brought them
Universal.
across. Yeah, so they're mine. This is the custom code. So if we go up here, so this is what it does it created a header, um, but
I can't see. I'm still got
oh,
just the code.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I
All
have
right.
to share each screen, which is a pain in the ass. So
Well,
it did create a
when you
header.
go share screen, just so you know, on Zoom, when you go share screen, you can hit entire and it will just follow you around. But
Oh,
if
that's
you share the actual specific screen, it will only stay on that one screen.
Oh, okay. So it did create a header and it's done like a bit of a framework and that. Now, as you can see, when it does the code, see how it doesn't go right to the screen, right to the end, the colors, the
Yeah.
background
Okay.
colors? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what it's done. It's just created a basic, I guess, website. And it doesn't put in any images. If you want images in certain areas, you have to go in and say, I want an image in section 1 or section 2, section 3. I want a video. You have to tell it what you want.
Yeah. Pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do I like this, how it's got, the methodology. I like the layout per se. Um,
You could give it um you could give it instruction to do full screen. Like it's just done like what they do, they optimize for the smallest monitor and they make sure that it looks good in that. Whereas we now build websites that fit on a large screen and they'll be mobile or screen responsive, which I think is it's nice, but you have a lot less control over how things look in the layout.
yeah, yeah. So, like add a photo, which means then I've got to, I believe, go back
You'd have to go back into the code, find
code,
the add a photo
find that,
here,
and
and
put
then put
the
it. put your
image.
yeah.
Yeah,
And this
yeah.
is and that's the part that I just said to you, if you do it like that, you're never going to be updating things because it's going to be so hard to keep updating it.
Well, it's not. I thought it was. So I've made lots of changes over the past week to the landing page for the other one,
Yeah.
even up until yesterday. And my VA's gone, yep, no problem. Because I've said add 2 videos on this page and that page. Here are the videos. Yep, no problem. And she's doing it. So I think if you know how to use code,
If you know
makes
how to use code, not a problem. Like I know how to use code, so I would be able to go in and edit it, which is fine. But I think what we've become accustomed to as customers is having something that we can update ourselves and not have to have somebody on
correct.
staff to do it. I mean, it's better to outsource that sort of stuff anyway. But so did she find a way to put it into the builder?
I believe so. So this is the rest of that page, which is, look, it was a
Yeah,
good
nice.
starting point. It's clean. I love it. It's a lot less cluttered than my other website. And I think we'll go into this direction when we move, because we're putting everything under the Empowered Nurse Collective. So when we'll go down this format anyway. So if I go back, there. So this is the new program that's launching tomorrow. I'm launching it in my masterclass.
Real shit. I love that.
Yeah. So
Right.
this is what she's created. So she created the basic page, and it didn't, again, no photos. So I've then said, right, I want a photo in this section, and she's gone to put it in. And then again, I said, I want full screen, no problem. She's worked it all out. Yeah, so this is just,
Nice.
it's nice. I didn't even ask her to put that image in, but she's done it in there.
There's one I know in the middle there.
Hey.
There's a couple of people I know in that.
Yeah, so she's really just gone in and done it, and it's great because it's just taken so much. I've got more time now because I'm not focused building on funnels, and I've got someone where I've said, I need you to do this, and she's done it in a week. Yeah. So we've got to put some testimonials in there. Yeah. This wasn't a drop down menu when she did
It's
it last.
also not full screen. It's on the narrow. Both those last two elements.
Which ones?
Both of those. They're on the narrow. I don't know if they're just whether you can adjust the width on them. See how they're just in smaller.
Oh, okay.
Little bit.
Yeah, they don't line up, so maybe.
And just make sure your mobile check it all too, because
Yeah.
will be on mobile.
Yeah.
So what and then what's your checkout page?
Yeah, let's go back to that. So she's done a checkout page, a thank you upsell. So this is the checkout page.
Oh, nice.
We've got a video going in here, which she's doing this morning for me.
Yeah.
So we've got a video going in here, and look at that.
Oh, look, an order bump. What do you know?
An order bump that's not yellow and green.
That's so good. How did she do that?
Claude Code. Because I said, there's a way. Can you work it out and get rid of the fucking yellow and green?
And just so you know, that's in test mode. So
yes, it is.
Send
I
it
just
out.
turned payment off because I just turned the payment mode off because I just connected the URLs, the domains. So we're not quite ready yet, but we will be tomorrow. I'll turn it back on. So that is the checkout page. And then
Where are you selling this from? Is this from a webinar?
Yeah. So I've been running weekly masterclasses inside, 30 to 40 minutes like you used to do every Thursday at 11 a.m. I've been running 30 to 40-minute masterclasses. So I'm launching tomorrow.
Great. Awesome.
Yes. Yeah. So
and you're getting many people show up yet? Or
I get about one or two, but then I'm getting people watch the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then this will feed into GoCoLab. Like that's our next part, is to build that out. So we'll run the community into GoCoLab. It's not starting until August, so we've got about a month, which I'm confident. Yeah. So a video will go in here as well. I've got a video with an order upsell. This one-time offer. So this is just like a mid, we call it mid shift, but mid three-way, halfway point check-in with me. Yeah. So that's pretty much.
Some imagery on there would be nice.
But a video is going in there. Yeah. And then the last one here is just everything you need. It's just a simple. May put an image on here too. Yeah. So that's
a nice image on there that's kind of like showing the community. Even that one that you had all of you standing in a row, like something like that makes you feel like you're part of something.
Yeah. I'll text her to ask her to do that as well.
But it looks nice anyway. Just the simple color palette, like it's good.
Yeah. And like it was just like nothing to her like has been hard to do. Like she's come in, she's never used Go High Level before.
If you've used ClickFunnels, it's so similar.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so similar. Like I don't know if you know the story of Go High Level, but Sean Clark used to work for ClickFunnels, and so he pretty much, redeveloped what he did with Go High Level, based on his experience of working there, and just made it even better.
Yeah,
very similar in so many ways.
Yeah, so then she's gone in and she's done the workplace. Now, I gave her a brief to build out the landing page, but she went in and she has done the whole lot, like connecting payments, adding products in. Like she's just gone in and said, this is what we need. And yeah, so she's built these automations. These are.
That's a trigger when the tag RS buyer is added. So I'm guessing probably in one of the other workflows she's adding a tag.
Yeah. Then this is a non-buyer. So this one, we've set this up. We've set this one up. So like we did the other one, if they've, clicked on it but haven't bought.
Yep.
So we've done that one. And this must be the buyer. We've got to add this one.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll probably have to do that one today to get it done so that we can launch. Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so that's where we've been at with that. And yeah, it's very exciting to know that I finally found someone that can do all this for me.
I also came across something that I think in the next couple of months I'll probably trial. Um, I can white label some go high level specialists. So depending on, what people need as far as the VA is concerned, but we can have like a set package of hours per week or month, and I buy them in bulk and then I can kind of allocate them. So I'm thinking about it. There's part of me, it's just like you kind of either go down the AI path or you go down the staff path. And I think a combination of the two would be great, that you have an AI, you know, um, staff member, like somebody who knows how to use AI to build what you're building. The challenge being is that person kind of has to be consistent so that they're building the brain of your AI over time. But the problem with someone else building your AI brain is that if they go, that goes with them, like, unless it's, like, and so this to me is one of the issues with it is outsourcing becomes really challenging with an AI component, because unless they're logging in and using your own AI, which I suppose they could, and you could factor that in with set them up an email address and set up the account that you have access to it. But yeah, I'm just looking at ways to have multiple people working on one project. So you're
Mm,
both, you're all feeding from the one kind of and building the one brain.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Like it's all I've
Um,
been
so
so
with
deep I've been
yeah,
so deep in launching this community. So I'm like I feel like I need to come out for air and go down the AI path a bit more.
yeah, yeah. So with that workflow, once they opt in,
Mm.
I would do two branches, hey. So one for three branches, sorry. So one for those who have brought the order upsell of the workbook. So I've got buyer in, go down, branch one. They didn't buy the upsell, they didn't buy the one-time order bump. They're just coming in, down one branch. Down the middle branch is the workbook upsell, and down the third branch is the one-time offer.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I'd set that up. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I mean, you could do them as three separate flows, just depending on what the nurture function is for it. Hey, Catherine. You could, because if they don't buy the bump, you could then nurture them to buy the bump even after all they don't buy the one-time offer. You could nurture them to still buy the one-time offer for a period of time afterwards.
So that would be a separate workflow.
I think it may be better to be a separate workflow because you can only have one goal per workflow. And so your first goal will be that they buy the one-time offer. Your second goal is going to be that they buy the full
Mid shift.
price product.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I would say you're better to kind of clump them into who's purchased what and who's done what. Even if it is after 24 hours, you've nurtured them to do the one-time offer, then you move them into the next automation.
Okay. So at say they say they don't buy, I nurture them 24 hours, they buy. Then at the end of that, if they purchase after nurture, is there like something that moves them to the next workflow, or does that
Well, the trigger would be that they buy the next thing. So that would take them off the old workflow because they don't need to be nurtured into that sale anymore, and then continue them down the pathway of they've now purchased that next thing. Okay, well, what's the next step in the customer journey? What's the
yeah,
next goal for them to get to? Because a one-time offer is really only a 24-hour window. So you could nurture them, even though it only shows up on the screen and you tell it's a one-time offer and they're not going to see it again. You could say, hey, don't miss out on this for 24 hours. And then surrender to the fact that, okay, they're not going to buy it. So now we go to the next thing, and that is we want to get them into the higher ticket program.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You just
Okay.
yeah, you just always want to sweep up the floor, after you've put an offer out. We just did something similar. We did a launch of a $111 offer, and then we're closing the door by the 29th. And so between now and the 29th, we've got a special offer that we're going to give to everybody that has purchased to date, but we're going to include it in anyone who purchases between now and the 29th, this 4-day challenge or 3-day challenge. And
Yeah,
so it just gives you an opportunity to then go back out to those people that haven't purchased, that are sitting on the fence, and push them over the fence. And then you've cleaned up as much as you possibly can in that launch cycle.
yeah, right. Okay.
It's a bit of an art form. Like, it's a bit of you kind of feel like you're winding yourself up, and you're like, okay, I got the first 20, and then I got another 30, and then I got, like, just when you think there's no more sales to be had, you can put something out and it's like it's enough that people go, oh, you know what? I'm just going to get it. Because generally that's where they're sitting, is they're just in that they haven't quite made the yes, and some bonus of extra that they're looking for, as long as it's something that is solving their pain point, they're going to jump to it.
Yeah, 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 yes. Okay. All right. Cool.
You
It's
got
really
questions, Catherine? She goes, thousands of them. You're on mute.
So, oops, could you hear me? I was muted, sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, yeah, I was just saying I do have questions. Do you want me to ask a few, obviously?
Oh,
That's what we're here for.
that's
So yes, I haven't with my website, I was just looking at it, what I still need to do. I didn't even realize I had a free gut course on my thing. So you must have put that in there. That's funny. But
so cute.
that's good.
So something I have seen, I did see that you launched your website, or you said something about it on social
Mm,
media. So
mm,
just be mindful, you've still got your old one.
I know.
So you kind of need to make a decision to shut that down and redirect that URL to the new one once you're happy that everything's brought over.
I know, but I'm not happy that everything's on here. So that's why I thought I just couldn't wait. I was like, I need this thing launched. So I went, stuff it, it's happening. Because that's just me. We can't wait. So we're in there. We've got the new website. But my questions now today are, now I'm in here myself and I don't know where I've gone. I wanted to have fudge, where you get the free recipe book on my recipe site, to have that somehow getting their emails. Is that possible? Like on my website, if you go to recipes, I just did it then. You get a recipe book and it downloads straight away. Should I make that they have to put their email in to get that?
Yes.
Mm. So if
Uh,
you go onto my website now, because I'm just in there flicking around, it doesn't do that. I've only got subscribe to our newsletter, and that's where they have to put their email in. But on that page, yeah, they're getting the recipe book without putting their email in.
okay.
And I
So,
don't even know what I should be doing next. I guess that's always my issue. I get lost, and I'm trying to write things down now.
okay. So on the recipes,
Mm-hmm.
um, let me just, sorry, I should share my screen just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just log into your account and see, because
Do you want me
gen
to share my screen?
yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um, generally what um what we do if there's a thorough end-to-end, any opt-in that we're giving, we want to have a customer journey past the point of them, purchasing that particular thing. So if in this instance it is download your free recipe book, they should be putting in their at minimum their email address so that they're then on your database. I think on your other website you didn't have that, so we just mirrored what you had. But let me
I don't think I did. So that's why I just realized now. I'm like, and listening to you with Kylie, I need to get these workflows set up because I haven't got one yet. Well, I probably have, but I don't even know where it is.
Yeah, so let me just have a look at what sites, what.
This is the new one, obviously.
Did we build that recipe one out, or did you?
No, that's just the page, like you said, you copied over, and that's what it was. It was click here, and then if you click there, that's where you get the recipe book straight away. But on this same page, and I've got subscribe to our newsletter and get your gut symptom tracker. So there's a lot happening.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit too much in the sense of.
I know. I agree.
You just want to have one. Well, you've got multiple offerings, and that's what makes it always challenging when you're, when you're working with. There's multiple ways to do business with you, right? Saying that there's 1,000 different ways, but there are multiple ways. So we currently only have in the funnels the free gut tracker lead capture. So we could, you could make a decision to clone that and make it recipe lead capture.
Okay.
There's a couple of things that you need to do if you are going to do that. Is you need to have a separate form that captures their details, and that form is then the trigger of an automation. So, do you want to go into our Lotta?
Yeah. Can you see that now? I'm in there now. Can you see it?
And go down on the left-hand side to site. Okay. So we'll start over at forms. Go to forms, top right-hand side. Okay. So currently you've only got one form, which is my gut system symptoms tracker.
Yep,
so
you're right.
Click on the three dots on the right-hand side.
Yep.
And say duplicate. I'm going to take a guess that it's going to be very similar to this and call it free recipe book. Yeah. And then just confirm. Okay. And then if you click on it, we'll just have a look at what fields. Yeah, edit. Okay, so because we've cloned this, we can change anything that's in here. But I think first name. Look, I'm of the I don't like using full name and just having one field for I like first name and last name because people. What happens is people will put their name in, and then in the database it just makes a mess because it puts it puts Catherine Beecroft if she fills in another that's got two things. So click into it. And then on the left-hand side, you've got first name and last name. So just drag those in. And then delete or garbage bin the full name. Yep. And then these fields can stay the same. We don't really need to worry about much more. In the phone, I don't make it a mandatory field. I just write in there that it's optional, so it's just not a mandatory thing for people to give their phone number. But if they want to, they can. And then
Mm-hmm.
on the button that says send me the tracker,
Mm.
we're just going to click on that. And then on the
Change it.
right-hand side, it should pop up.
Mm. Can I just type over it? Send me the free recipe book.
Yep, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then just save that.
Yep. That's saved.
All right, so we can go back out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So now what we want to do is we want to go to funnels at the top,
Yep.
and we're going to go to the free gut tracker lead capture.
So I've got it cloned here already for some reason. Maybe I've already tried to. Should I go on to that one?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe I already tried to do it. I did something. Who would know? You click on that. Well, this is the gut tracker one.
So that's the gut tracker. So that's all right. Well, we can edit this. So if you go
Mm-hmm.
to settings to start with, just
Mm-hmm.
so that we don't get ourselves in a mess and we know what we're doing,
Mm.
let's change the name of it to the recipe lead capture. And then take the copy off the end.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can just select the domain. We'll put it on Be Health Fit. Yeah. Free. And we want free dash recipe dash book. Or free recipe book is one word, whatever. Yep. And then scroll to the bottom. And we want to save.
Exciting. We're finally doing something, Helen.
Some
Finally
parts
making progress. Sorry?
some parts are updated due to URL conflicts. Okay, scroll up a little bit. You must have already used this on the website or something like that. So it's fine. Just go to publishing on that. So instead of gut tracker, we're going to say free recipe book. And the step URL, we want to say free dash recipe dash book, and update the step. So you'll notice when you do that, it updates the name on the left-hand side as well.
Okay,
So
cool.
that makes it nice and clean and clear, and you know that you're in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that you can do is just scroll down a little bit further and see on the little cog icon.
Where am I going to? Sorry. Cog.
Yeah, to the right of the edit button. The
Oh,
blue.
here. Yep.
Yep. You can just get rid of all
Okay.
those numbers and call it the free recipe. And then put dash opt-in. I don't think it'll
Oh,
let
I
you
just
save.
did update page, sorry.
It's all right. It may not let you change it because it's the same. Yeah, see how it put all the numbers on the end? Because it must be used somewhere else. So we want to go to publishing on the right.
Oh, up here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And see where it says a free recipe book dash 460145.
Mm-hmm.
Just get rid of those numbers and write opt-in.
Dash opt-in.
Dash opt-in, yeah. Yeah, and then update.
Update.
Lovely. Okay. So now you can go into edit and edit the content that's actually on the page. So
Oh, here. Okay, yep. Yeah, so I have to edit all this.
yeah, so if you edit all of
Mm-hmm.
that and then
Mm-hmm.
just on the buttons, you're going to need to edit each button. Just click on it once for me. Okay, on the right-hand side. See how it says open pop-up? So that's fine. If you just change the wording on it to say, get my free recipe,
Here.
the pop-up. So the first thing we need to do is edit the pop-up. This gets everybody. Yep. So on the top of this page, there are some icons that run across the top.
So am I still in this? Should I save this?
Yeah, you can save.
Sorry.
You're right.
Oh.
You can publish that or save it. So yeah, just where your mouse is, just up a little bit further, there's some icons. Scroll across and you'll see one that says pop up. No, not too far. In those icons. Yeah, there you go.
Pop-up settings.
So if you click on that, it's going to come over to the right-hand side and you want to click on the little pencil icon for the pop-up that's already been created. And then in there, we want to change that form so you need to click on the actual form. That's it. And then change from the drop down from my gut to the recipe book.
Done. Yeah, that's a bit tricky, wasn't it?
And the next, see how it says redirect action underneath that?
Yeah, our faces keep getting in the way. Oh, yeah.
We want to go to next step. So those two things are critical when you're using a pop-up or you're using, even if you embedded this in the page, you want to tell it what to do next. If you leave it as just use the form, whatever it said, what it was on, it's just going to come up and say thank you. It's not going to redirect them to the thank you page. We need them to go to the thank you page because on the thank you page is where you're going to deliver the PDF. Okay? So
publish.
You can publish that. And so now all you have to do is change the wording on the buttons. If they go to the pop-up, it's going to pop this little window open. They're going to put their details in and they're going to get the recipe book. So you'll need to go through this page and make it relevant to the recipe book. And then the next one is the other page. So you can go to the middle of the screen where it says free recipe boo. And you can go to your thank you page. And from here, this is where you would actually put the recipe book. So they would download the recipe book from this page. They only see this page after they've opted in. And then my question would always be, what are your next steps? So do you want to send them to the community? Is there some extra stuff in the community that you want to send them to? And I'm guessing because we cloned this off the gut one, this also needs to be updated for the gut one.
I'm going to look at that, the gobbledygook. I haven't updated that,
Yeah. So you've got to decide, I suppose, my suggestion would be any freebie leads to the community. So you download the freebie, but it leads to the community for something extra. It might be you making one of the recipes. It might be you running through how to choose the right recipes for you. Like, give them something that showcases your skill set and your knowledge and why they would want to work with you on top of getting the free recipe book. We just built one out. A client did one the other day and it was like the 5 key numbers for your business. And so she gives them a PDF, which is just a 1-pager to know what those key numbers are that you need to be monitoring. But inside her community is a 5-step course. And it's going through each of those numbers and how you get that number and how you monitor that number and how you're running that, those numbers on a regular basis and why it's important to measure those numbers and all of those sorts of things. So ultimately, each of the things inside your community is just to bring them into your community and give them something a little bit extra. And because inside your community, then all the next step of your customer journey usually is to leading to booking a consultation with you and working out their custom strategy rather than just their generic strategy.
All right. So obviously, so I've got to update all that. I have to go into the community because I don't know what I've got in the community. How do I work? So sorry, where should I go from here right now? What should we do next?
Well, so that I would say that without overwhelming yourself of 15 steps is if you make sure that both of those freebie funnels are working for your gut health one and this one, and they're sending people on the next step. The next piece is the automation. So
Yeah.
once they actually opt into these forms, what happens next? And then the next piece is making sure that your community is welcoming, and when people come in there, they kind of get what you're telling them they're going to get. That it's really easy for them to find an onboarding call or to book that first session with you or buy a course or, you know, get the full gut course. That it's actually set up to sell itself once they get in there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So if I can do all this today, which I can do now because I've got time. If I go to my community, that would be the next thing, or not, or you think do nothing else today?
Look, personally, I would say get these finished rather than giving yourself another job. But if you do get those finished, then I would say if you go down on the left-hand side.
I'm writing all this down as we're speaking, so at least I've got notes of what to do, yes.
And you'll also have the recording of this in the community. So
oh, good.
If you go to memberships and then go to courses, communities.
Up here. Yep.
And then go groups. The easiest way for you to log in is to scroll down and just hit login on that.
Yep.
And that will show you everything that's inside your community. So what you want to do is just make sure that if you landed in this community, it kind of tells you what to do, where to go. It's got, you know, some announcements, some free things for you to do, some paid things for you to purchase, and that it has a really clear kind of experience when they come in here. They've got something to consume, something to do. One of the videos I did a couple of weeks ago, I ran through kind of the main fundamentals of what to put into your community, because when we're coming into a community, there's usually three main things. We're going to the discussion tab, and in there you should have some posts coming up that you've posted telling them what to do first. So I call it a start here course, and you can use my Online Wise community to map or mirror what I've done in there.
Yep.
But basically I start here kind of like, what do I do first? Like when I'm coming here, what do I get for free? How do I find that? Whether you do a video and you orientate them to where to find all the goodies, what's available, what they can buy, what their next step is. You're always going to be encouraging them to take whatever that next step is for them. So if they've come in for the free recipe book, you want to direct them to what they get as a bonus for downloading the free recipe book. You might want to put a course in here that is the free recipe book, because people might come in for something else and then get the recipe book as well. On the right-hand side, you'll see there's a link that says book a call with Catherine.
Where am I looking?
Just on the right.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yep.
So you can have multiple links in there. What I suggest that you put in there is your booking link so that people can book them and get a call with you. I would put links to anything that you're selling. So link to your gut health program or link to your sugar program, so that people can easily find the things that are for sale. I would also make sure you do a post in the free community telling them about what you have on offer.
Yep.
And it's fine to take them to your website or to take them to the place where they can purchase from. And that can have all the information about what they get and sell them into, the offers that you have available. The other thing is the learning. So any courses that you create, you can grant access either free or to a private channel. So you'll see that the Sugar Cleanse Guide and the Great Guts Guide are channel-based, private channel-based. So they're linked to the channel that gets unlocked when they purchase that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that you want to navigate people to is events. So if you have, like Kylie was saying, she's running now a weekly call. It's really an opportunity for you to connect with your audience, make sure that they're moving forward, they're doing the things that they should be doing, that they get support in their journey. It's just how much of you do you want to kind of pour into it. I find that is if I have a relationship with somebody, generally it's really easy for me to help them to take the next step, to buy my software, to work with me, to get me to build stuff for them. They're not going to do that without kind of knowing me. So those events or those live kind of calls are a place for people to get to know me, get to know and see what happens when you have the software, how you're supported, all of that sort of stuff. So it is a good idea when you're running a community to have things that people can engage in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And can I change this thing so it doesn't say, like, would you put it on here under learning? I don't know, something about if you want to access this course, like, because obviously you look at that, like, what happens? I don't know. If I click open, does that do anything?
Well, it will open for you because you have access to it.
Oh, of course.
But
Okay.
for somebody who doesn't, you could put in the description of the course, the Great Guts, see how the Great Guts tribe has a little
Description.
You could put a description and put a link to the sales page so they can buy. I've not done that before, but you can try and just make sure that the link works.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could have a free lesson that's unblocked, like to free level, that talks about the different courses that you offer and kind of sells them into the offers. So that's how we do it in one of the I run is we have 2 products that we sell. We have a free community that everyone comes into. And then we have the lead leverage machine, which is $111. And we sell that with a video that's telling them what it is. Because if they understand what it is, generally they'll know whether they want it or not. And that has a link to buy it straight underneath. If they buy it, that unlocks a channel and unlocks extra courses for them. Then the second one is there's a membership that they can sign up to. So I have free courses in the free community that basically sell the paid offerings.
Okay.
So you would set those up as a course and then grant access to that course in your free community, like the Happy Gut, Happy You. So I'm guessing that Happy Gut, Happy You would sell the bigger program.
I don't even know what's in here.
So that's your job, is to really familiarize yourself with what's in there and make sure that it's not just giving free stuff for no reason, but it's giving really clear next steps, really clear, you want to work with me one-on-one, this is how you can do it. If you want to do the Great Gut program, then this is how you do it. So each of these lessons should be feeding into the next step of the process.
Thing. Yeah, which it doesn't. I can say, oh, here's a lesson here. It's just like, why it matters. But I need more on here to say, hey, I don't know, what would you do? Like after each lesson,
Well, I
or
would
did you
do a
wait?
video. I mean that, it's like you got to think about what you're building. So to edit your courses, you want to go back into Allotta.
Just
But I'm just really mindful, Catherine, because I know you well now. You're going to send yourself into overwhelm and do nothing if you try and bite off doing all of this at once.
No, but I'm getting better, to be quite truthful, that I'll be able to. I'm doing this now, so but and now I need to know the big picture because now it's making sense. It never made sense before because my brain wasn't with it. So that's the only reason I'm asking now. So this free course, I get what you just said, but what did you just say to me to do something to
So
go?
go into Allotta, into the back end of your Allotta
Not
software.
here, in the wrong bit. Yep, go back over
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
And in memberships, which you're in, at the
Mm-hmm.
top there, you've got courses
Mm-hmm.
and go to products.
Mm-hmm.
You create all your courses in there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can
Okay.
edit all your courses in there. And then
Okay.
we link those into the community once they're finished.
Right. Okay, good. Well,
So
that's what I need to do.
any free courses, like I recommend, and I don't know, Kylie, whether you have the same because you're about to launch your community again, but I recommend a Start Here course, which really is like almost like an orientation of what's inside the community. Download the Go Collab app so it's really easy to use the community on mobile. How to navigate, how to buy the Great Guts Tribe, how to get the Sugar Cleanse, how to book a call with you, how to buy products, all the different ways in which people would start. You need to kind of into your head of, okay, well, if somebody's doing this at midnight and I'm sound asleep in bed, what do I need to guide them through? The reason I suggest video is like it's second to none in the sense of it will build so much rapport because they're getting to know you, they're getting to hear you speak, they're hearing your knowledge. Like Kylie said, people are visual too, like they're connecting with you in those videos. So I know they're a bit more painful to create, but you literally can get onto Zoom and you can smash out in a few hours. I have some people that are very particular about the way their training is put together, and however you want to do it, just don't make a barrier of entry to creating video because it really does build relationships with your clients, and it builds trust, it builds expertise. Like you become the expert that they want to work with to solve these problems because you've showcased that you know what you're talking about.
Well, even I agree with what you're saying. So in my Great Guts and my Sugar, I've got all videos, so I don't have a drama. I'm not about absolutely perfection. I'm about getting it done to a certain level. So that's okay. But it's just, so I hear what you're saying. That's good.
So I would probably create at a minimum a Start Here course, a Happy Gut, Happy You, which leads to Great Guts Tribe, and then maybe a recipe course that goes alongside, and it's like a bonus to you've downloaded the recipe book, but here's why I put this recipe book together, and here's some other fundamentals that you might want to think about that leads into maybe the sugar guide or even the Great Guts guide as well, or booking a call with you.
Well, I've actually got 2 other recipe books as well that I was selling, so I could even put them gluten-free, dairy-free, so that sort of stuff. So that whole course would talk about gluten-free, dairy-free, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and why you would want to buy those resources, and
and then that ties back to the gut and the sugar cleanse, so it all ties in together. So that's exciting. I'm finally back on planet Earth, believe it or not.
So I think your final piece is just go through that old website, see if there's anything on there that you want to migrate over. And if not, then then shut that down, save yourself the extra cost, and point
Mm.
that old domain to the same website as well. Um,
I'll have to get you to do that as well because I won't trust myself to do that. I'll do something wrong.
yeah, I think, look, I do think probably at the point where you need your automations,
Mm.
happy to, to do a session where we're working on it together, and I'll
Mm.
do it, but in front of you so
Yeah.
that you know how to do it next time.
Yeah. I think
You
that's a
can
good idea.
record it, you can keep it as a resource.
Mm.
Otherwise, bring them to these calls. Like these are like all of this conversation is really valuable to just about everybody in the community because
Mm.
at some point they're launching a course in their community. At some point they're launching a community. At some point they're having this same conversation for their own business. Do you agree,
Mm-hmm.
Kylie? Like, is this relevant to you and what you're about to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the whole, my community that I had and still have is just not user friendly. It's not, I didn't set it out. I did set it up in a rush, and when I was still learning how to do this, that now that we are just going to pull it all apart and redo it. And I like your setup here. I like the way that you've got each of your programs set in separate courses as opposed to one, whereas I've got mine in one. But yeah.
Well, I think, yeah, the reason I do them in separate is it gives you a bit more flexibility, but it does make for slight overwhelm when you start to get a lot of them and people have access to a lot. Then there's a lot. I know with Infinite Earners and in the back end of there, like, there's 5 courses that are free, then there's 7 courses when you unlock Diamond Blueprint, and then there's probably another 10 courses when you unlock Infinite Wealth. So then you've got so many courses in your back office that can be a little overwhelming. But there's ways to get around that. There's ways to kind of create resources. Like you can create a website page that has it all indexed, and it just takes them back to the experience to consume that particular thing, creating resources of like where to now, like, okay, you're at this situation, this is what I'm going to recommend. If you're here, this is what I'm going to recommend. So you can do that general conducting traffic quite well if you know the pathway, if you know your client really well, you know your avatar really well, and you know kind of the offerings that you have, then you basically just tell them, if you're this type of person, this is where you need to start. If you've got this, you need to go here. If you've got that, you need to go over here. So you kind of broadly directing traffic.
Yeah. All right, ladies, I've got to go. I've got a client.
Awesome.
See you, Kylie.
See ya.
I just have one more brief question, Rochelle. Just you mentioned before that you had a recording that would help me. Where do I find that?
If you go into Online Wise, my community.
So where am I on? I'm on our Lotta. So now where am I going to?
So open up another tab.
Yep.
And go to members.
Just go into Lotta again. Do I hear?
No. Go to members.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, you can get to it from there. Okay. Go down the left-hand side. Right down to Online Wise community. And join the group. So if you see the do it with me on the left-hand side.
Yep.
Every week I go live Mondays and Wednesdays, and I stream it in here. So you'll see it when you scroll down, you're going to see us having a chat.
Oh, I see. Right there.
So you'll be able to go and replay that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there is.
Um, and I think um
There's all the calls one thing.
yeah, there was one that I did. It was only a couple of Mondays ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I ran through um running a community, like all of the
Okay.
functions for that. But
Yeah.
there's also a course if you go into learning
Where am I going? Learning up here. Yep.
and then scroll down in there.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going down. Down, down. That one there. Go up one. That visibility group lead to paid.
Mm-hmm.
That
That
course
one.
runs through, it's quite in depth, but it runs through everything in how to run a community.
Okay. Well, I need to watch that.
Yeah, it will take you some time because I go into intricate detail about how to set
Mm-hmm.
your community up and all of that sort of stuff, which yours is
Mm-hmm.
mainly set up. But I
Mm-hmm.
think it won't hurt you to do the
Mm-hmm.
um it won't hurt you to do the exercise.
Yeah, yeah, cool. And I should have done these anyway. I haven't done these, see? I should be doing all these courses.
Yeah.
That would help. Ah. But at least I know. I think, yeah, anyway, now I know. So I've written that what's in this call, like you said. So the learning, I'll go there and do these. That's exciting. Yes, I've got a bit more clarity now.
Well, I think those courses will definitely fill you up with lots of things
Mm-hmm.
to refine
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing. So,
Mm. Well,
yeah.
cool. And the next call is Mondays at 5 p.m.
Yes.
5 p.m. every Monday and today. They're the two calls, is that right?
Yeah, they're the two calls. Yeah.
Right, Wednesday, because I'm trying to lock that into my calendar. Okay, beautiful. And get stuff done. And then when I get to, but I think I'll have to pay you anyway, like we said, if we probably end up doing this whole, but just spend some time together and go through the whole process, that probably would be
Yeah, I think
beneficial.
if you get, like if you're wanting to go down and kind of just get stuff done, I think that's the easiest. The easiest way.
Mm,
I mean, it's the same in naturopathy. Like you can do general stuff, but if you get someone to speak, talk specifically to
mm,
creating a solution for you, then it
mm,
it does help fast track the things. But
mm,
there's a
mm.
lot you can still do once you kind of get the rhythm of what needs to go where.
Yeah, well,
Um,
that's what excites me because then I'll just keep creating stuff.
yeah. Yeah, because I think,
Mm,
the more freebies you create without overwhelming
hmm.
people, but there are more touch points that you can reach out to people. You can
Yeah.
post on social media and always have a call to action to go and get some
Mm,
and start them on the journey.
yeah,
So, yeah.
correct. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Okay, we're getting somewhere at last. Well, we have made progress.
Make progress. Yeah. Be
We're
kind.
getting there. Love it. All right. Thanks so
All
much,
right.
Rochelle.
Thanks soon.
Bye. Have a lovely day. Bye.
See you. Bye.